All right. What's going on, guys? Today, we're going to talk about the advice I got from a billionaire when he bought me pizza. Let's tune in. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is before I had my son. This is when I'm preparing to go to college or just before my son comes. I'm at the Pie in downtown Salt Lake with some of my friends from high school. And this dude named Ryan Smith is sitting next to us, and one of our friends was a journalist. He's like, bro, you know who that is? I was like, no, I don't know who that is. He said, bro, that's Ryan Smith. He just sold his company for $4 billion. With a B. $4 billion. I was like, oh my God, I got to talk to this guy. I got to talk to him. And so he was kind enough to buy us pizza, right? I think he bought everybody pizza in there. Like, this is legitimately several weeks after he had just sold his company for a lot of money. And I'm asking him, like, bro, what was like the number one key to your success? And you know what he said? My wife. He was like, you need to find a woman who understands, like, pretty much, for lack of better words, how much of a psychopath you are. And she will put up with you working long hours, you maybe not being there, her being able to put up with the kids now that I have a kid now. And like, I think he had 4. Her being able to put up with the kids when he's not there and he's working in the office. Because for me, if I was battling a battle at home with my significant other and I was battling a battle at work, where do you ever win? You don't ever win. And you always feel like you're cheating one side or the other, one way or another. And if they're telling you you always need to come home, you're never truly going to be able to build without getting a divorce. And yeah, I mean, getting a divorce is fine, but that was his number one piece of advice. Was, you know what? I'm glad I had an amazing wife throughout this journey. And like back then, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I guess I'll get married someday. Now that I'm damn near married and we have a kid, yeah, that makes sense. Because if I didn't have my right hand, my life would be awful, right? If I didn't have someone who was okay with putting up with me and who wasn't on board with the mindset and everything else, bro, my life would be awful. It'd just be so much harder. So for a lot of you, make sure your significant other's on board. If they're not on board, you guys need to have hard conversations about it, especially in this entrepreneurship game, man. Woman, whoever, it, thing, she, he, there, they. It's hard. This is like, it gets hard. You're going to have to make hard decisions. You're going to have to, I'm in my office late at night making YouTube videos because I know it's going to make me more money over time. If your significant other is not on board with what your vision is and what you're going to do, then your life is going to get hard, and then you're going to have hard conversations, and then you get your heart broken. So for all of you young entrepreneurs, make sure you choose the right one. Make sure you let them know what you're trying to accomplish. Because if you don't, it'll be a rough life. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit subscribe. I'd love to hear your feedback. What advice have you gotten that's been the best advice you've ever been given? I've been given quite a bit, and I try to only ask advice from people who are in a situation that I want to be in, and I'm asking about a certain situation, not overall. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.